Good morning, everyone. It's a brand new day. I hope you're having a good day. I woke up this morning and my hair was just not cooperating with me today, so I decided to go to one of my favorite go-to hairstyles, and that is a flat twisted crown. This is my absolute favorite hairstyle because it's easy to do. And honestly, it takes less than 5 minutes, and usually your hair is tamed and it looks professional and classy and chic at the same time. I washed and blow dried my hair 2 days ago, so my hair is pretty fresh and stretched out. I prefer to do the style on stretched hair because it's just easier to manage. So we're going to start off by parting your hair on the side or in the middle. I prefer a side part, and so I part my hair all the way down. So basically you're splitting your hair in half. It doesn't have to be a perfect part. My parts are never perfect. They look okay in front, but at the back usually I have no idea how it looks, but usually it comes out okay. And you can use a comb to help you, or you could just use your fingers, whichever one works for you. And then we're going to put one section aside so that we don't have any interruption when we're braiding the first part of the hair, the first half of the hair. Okay, so you're going to start off by grabbing a small section of hair in front, and then you're going to split that section into two smaller sections so that you're able to have one section in each hand. And then you're going to start flat twisting. Now, there are two different ways in which you can flat twist. The way I do it is I take the hair in my right hand and I cross it over the hair in my left hand. So basically when I'm crossing over the hair, when I'm taking the hair in my right hand to go over the hair in my left hand, the hair in my left hand is going under the hair in my right hand. And then basically I continue with that motion, grabbing a bit of hair every time I cross over. Once you start reaching the bottom of your hair, you continue in the same motion. You keep going over and under, and you keep twisting. It's not going to be that tight, so some people do put an elastic band at the bottom just to keep the braid intact. I don't, because I like that kind of loose feel, but you'll see what I do towards the end with the braids. But what matters is that the braid on your head is secure enough and stays intact. Okay, so now we're on to the other half of the hair, and we're going to repeat the same thing that we did on the first half, which is you grab a bit or a section of hair and you split that section in half, and now your left hand is going to be crossing over, whereas the hair in your right hand will be crossing under. So it was the opposite way on the first half because we're working on the left side of the head. So remember, when you're working on the right side, the hair in your left hand crosses over the hair in your right hand, grabbing a bit of hair every time you cross over and go under. Don't worry too much if you don't get this right on your first attempt. It takes practice and time to get used to making this flat twist, and I've done it hundreds of times, but sometimes I still mess up. And don't be afraid to just start over if the braid is not looking the way that you want it to look. It's always better to have a good looking braid than to like walk out of the house with braids that just don't look right. So start over if you have to. I've started over 5 times, 7 times, and I've been so frustrated, and then finally I've gotten it right. So keep going, you can do it. Alright, so now that we're done with the braids, it's time to secure them so that they stay intact and they don't like unravel. So the way that I do it is I take bobby pins and I take both sides and just pin them in a cross-like motion. So I take the braid on the left, and then I cross it over to the right, tuck it in, bobby pin it up, and then I do the same with the braid on the right. Take it to the left and put a bobby pin in to secure it, and that just completes the crown effect. Some people do just tie it up with a hairband, which I do sometimes, but I prefer the bobby pin look. The back does not look perfect, guys, but I kind of like it like this. I like it when it looks kind of messy. Of course, sometimes I do try and make sure that it's a bit more intact, but I'm okay with the outcome. And of course, at the end, if you have any gel, which I don't have with me at the moment, you can lay your edges to make it look even better and complete your look with makeup or earrings or whatever else you're gonna do that day. And that's it. You've come to the end of the how-to video, and you should have your beautiful halo flat twist.